Hi and welcome back to my channel. I thought I would take you on a little tour of my monster garden. I call it the monster because every time I come to weed it, it scares me. It is huge. It goes along the whole front side of the house. So yesterday I had to take some deer and rabbit repellent because they love to eat some of the flowers and the leaves in the garden, particularly the garden phlox, which is this. And you see I have some lilies growing here, and there's some brown-eyed Susans, and there's some echinacea starting, and some more phlox. The stilbes right there. We have some various shrubs. I don't know the names of everything here, but I have a flowering crab. This is probably the third flowering crab that we've had in this location. For some reason, they don't like to grow here and they die. So we've put that new one there. Probably about 3 years ago. And we have some more brown-eyed Susans. Some more lilies. We've had to fill in a lot of it with brown-eyed Susans and lilies because of just the pure size of this garden. There's a sand cherry that I had in the backyard at one point. I relocated it down here when it was just a tiny little baby, and it has grown. We've trimmed it a few times, but it adds a nice touch to the garden. And then my prized Japanese lilac trees. I have 4 of them in this garden and I absolutely love them. Some more garden phlox. The horseflies are driving me crazy today. I took my dog Gus for a walk earlier and they were attacking us, and it made the walk not very enjoyable. And there's some daisies. Another Japanese lilac tree. Another astilbe. Some more phlox down and through there and lilies. Spirea, I believe the name of those shrubs are. And I have 3 snowball trees. This is one of the 3. It has finished its blooming for the year, but it was beautiful. It had lots and lots of snowballs on it this year. You can see I'm still walking through this monster garden. There was another snowball tree. And there's another smaller Japanese lilac tree getting ready to bloom. This one only has 2 smaller blooms on it this year. I'm not sure why this one isn't doing as well. And then you can see hiding in underneath there is some lavender. And the bees absolutely love these shrubs. And these ones in front of me are Japanese lilacs, or boomerang lilacs, sorry. They come back twice a year. So they first bloom in June, and then in July they will bloom again, which I guess is why they're called boomerang lilacs. And there is another garden phlox where you can see the deer or rabbits have eaten the stems. So there's only 2 flowers going to flower on that one. And then down here is a beautiful rose bush. The roses on that are incredible every year. Sometimes I feed them coffee grinds, but this year I didn't bother to do that, and it's still producing lots of beautiful roses. I'm still walking down. There's some daisies, another shrub, and you can hear the motorcycles getting ready to drive by. This is a very popular route for motorcyclists. And sometimes there could be 30 of them driving in a pack. There was probably 12 of them that time. There is another Japanese lilac there, and I don't think that one has any blooms. Another garden phlox and another rose bush, which my father bought my mother 2 rose bushes for their yard, and Mom didn't want both of them, so she ended up giving one of them to me, which I cherish because I've lost both my parents now a few years ago. So I like to keep that one going as long as I can. And so then here's the side of the house. There's a red maple. And then you can see that the length of the garden starts there. It goes all the way down back to the driveway. So that is my monster, which you can see there's very little weeds in it because I finished weeding it just the other day. I have several more gardens in this yard. Every one of them seems to have a title. This one straight ahead is called the Crescent. And I have various shrubs in that. I put in 4 garden phlox this year. So they're due to bloom. This is the Crescent. And you can see one of my poor garden phlox is right there because I think the rabbits or the deer or both were eating them. So that's what I've salvaged of that one. There's another one there that survived, and another there. So this is the garden I call the Crescent. And there's a Japanese lilac right straight in the middle there. So I hope you enjoyed my little garden tour, and we'll see you next time.